Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Kenya, Mama Rachel Ruto, my friend Kantaria Bimal, who is the MD Elgon Kenya, and your family, Professor Nyaigoti Chacha, who was my teacher and mentor, the ambassadors here present, Your Excellencies, and members of the Diplomatic Corps, our two PSs, the PS in charge of TVET, the PS also in charge of agriculture, our student leaders, Mr. Patrick Owino, who is the University of Nairobi Council of Governors Chair, and our incoming Dr. Wasike, who is the SG and also the leader of the Kenya Agriculture Students Association. Students here present, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Students power, comrades power. You see, you have taught us a number of other terminologies which I forgot. But I didn't forget is because they have been in the political arena. You know, one time we used to say Tibim, and I heard you say Tibim. So, Your Excellency, the First Lady, ladies and gentlemen, today is a very momentous occasion. It is an occasion where the family of Kantaria have brought us here together, and the leadership of the University of Nairobi. And we are here because this center, which we have just seen, and Your Excellency, you have opened, is very critical. And it is also going to help us in making sure that we inspire the youth in innovation and technology. Your Excellency, the government of Kenya has given priority to food security program, and His Excellency the President is on the forefront to ensure that Kenya becomes food secure. However, in that journey, we find less participation of young people. And therefore, going forward, if we don't become innovative, then agriculture progress is threatened. The traditional agricultural ways of doing things are not attractive to young people. And being the Cabinet Secretary for Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports, I want to confirm that the youth of our country are energetic, they are very progressive, and they have great potential. However, going forward, we need to create an enabling environment for their participation in agricultural programs. And therefore, this center and the exhibitions that we have seen is actually the step in the right direction, because we have seen a lot of smart solutions using the drone and many other technologies that we should now bring on board in the agricultural sector, so that we can bring on board the 15 million young people into food security. And therefore, what I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, is that we are on the right trajectory, because looking at what the exhibitions have been presented to us, we also augment this with what the government is doing. The government of Kenya has rolled out a number of other initiatives that are opportunities for the young people of our country. For example, His Excellency the President has initiated the county aggregation and the industrial parks, which are also very clear route for rural industrialization and technology transfer. And therefore, the working between the private sector, the NGOs, the academia and government will be able to provide a further inspiration to the youth of our country to participate in agriculture. And therefore, I don't want to add another culture. But what I want to say is that apart from the food, cash crop and food crops technologies, we also have the blue economy, which has also provided a new era of opportunity. And therefore, the government is rolling Kabonyo Center for Aquaculture, which is going to be the center of excellence in East Africa, again rolling out technologies for those who will be interested in matters blue economy. So what I want to say to the youth of our country, we have already recognized you as a great potential, as the present and the future transformation engines of our country. What therefore we need is to work together to ensure that all these innovations, all these technologies, all these opportunities are properly processed, they are properly disseminated and properly connected to the young people of our country. Already the government is also rolling out mentorship programs, internship programs, and therefore the private sector and our stakeholders have a good platform to ensure that we entice and inspire our young people on matters agriculture. I also want to recognize the efforts by the international development partners. They have been very critical in ensuring that they support government. They partner with institutions to also bring on board other critical areas of engagement that use technology, and that is how we should be moving forward. So I think what I want to say here, the youth population has an opportunity. The youth population is not well represented in traditional agriculture, but we have an opportunity as we use technology, the e-vouchers in distribution of agriculture will continue to provide space for smart solutions, for creativity of our young people, so that the agriculture that we are doing today is enhanced with technology transfer, is enhanced also with a number of other skills that we now see in AI to get our solutions to many of the things that we now find as challenging. And therefore, for us as a youth ministry, we will continue to coordinate, we will continue to mentor, we will continue to inspire our young people to make the right connections with opportunities. If you look at the education sector, for example, His Excellency the President has been very deliberate in investing and budgeting, for the highest budget since Kenya got its independence. We have never had a 650 billion budget in the education sector, and therefore it is our opportunity to make sure that we harness all these opportunities and support our young people to be able to succeed. And finally, Your Excellency, what I want to say is that the young people of our country, they have the dream, they have the potential. And from what we have heard from the student leaders, from the exhibitors there, we have very good progressive young people. However, we find also in other situations where also few people want to use the youth of our country to destroy their careers. It will never be possible for the youth of our country to make progress in a country where people would like to incite violence, where others would like to incite divisions, where others would like to incite lawlessness. We can only thrive. Youth can only realize their potential and their dream in an environment of peace, in an environment of unity, in an environment where the governance and the rule of law is the norm of the day. I am a good example. I met Professor Nyagoti in the 90s, you know, when I was very young. And from there on, he has been holding me. You know, he has mentored me. And I'm sure standing here before this congregation, he must be the happiest person. Because I know that this success could not have been possible without your intervention. And I'm sure there are many more. So the youth of our country, you have a great future. You have an open check to your careers, but let us pursue our dreams in an environment of peaceful coexistence. Do not allow a few people who have already had their careers, some have arrived at their destination, to ruin your career. Most of us are retired youth. You see, we were youths one day, and many of the people sitting here, the PSS, are retired youth, and many others I see on this side. So that means that the youth age, the youth bracket is transitory. You need to use it now. You need to make sure that as you have a lot of energy and inspiration, you have the opportunities that you can use. I'm sure you are aware that my PS Youth Affairs is 29, and he sits in government decision making. That is the commitment. That is the level of commitment from His Excellency the President to ensure that young people can realize their potential. And therefore, I want to stop here, Your Excellency, because this is your day. And I want to thank you. You are a role model. You have inspired many. You keep inspiring many people. And your humility also in gracing this occasion is a demonstration of your commitment to ensure that you provide support to women and youth of our country. Ladies and gentlemen, at that juncture, I would like you to rise up as I invite Her Excellency, the First Lady, Madam Rachel Ruto, to make her remarks. Karibu sana, Your Excellency. Karibu sana.